Hey guys, welcome to Planning with Crystal. So today's advent calendar unboxing is the most expensive advent calendar I've ever bought. So disclaimers before we get into this one. So this is the Astrid and Miyu Jewellery advent calendar. It's the 24-day calendar for 2022. Now this retails at £590. Yes, you heard that right. I hope you're sitting down. It's worth over £1,400. Now this was a massively considered purchase for me. It's not something I've just rushed out and bought last minute. I thought about this for most of the year. They released something similar last year and I didn't manage to get it then because, believe it or not, it sold out really quickly. And this year I decided to treat myself. I love their jewellery. I buy lots and lots of it. I've spoken about it before on the channel. I've never worked with them or anything. I just really like it. So this was, like I said, a really considered purchase. But the reason why I'm sharing the unboxing with you, the calendar itself, again, sold out within a couple of days. So it's not like you're going to be able to get hold of this calendar. However, the vast majority of items in here are available on their website or in their stores. They've got a sale coming up for Black Friday. There's an early access code I'll put under the video if you want to buy any pieces. So if you're looking for jewellery for yourself or for someone else, it's the perfect time. And I'll be able to show you lots of the pieces, obviously everything that's in here. Some pieces are exclusive to the calendar, obviously I'll let you know if that's the case. The 12-day calendar I think is still available in the gold version. Depending on when you're watching the video, that was still available, but wasn't included in any discounts. So in terms of the jewellery inside, as we go through, I'm going to tell you about the item. I'm going to tell you how much it retails for if it's not an exclusive to the calendar, in case you want to pick it up. I'll tell you obviously the full retail value. You'll be able to get, like I said, at least 25% off depending on when you shop. I'll tell you what the item's made of. So this is a silver calendar. They did a gold version as well. So I'll let you know what they're actually made of, what materials they've used, etc. And I'll let you know like sizes and stuff when that applies. So the box itself, I'm going to insert a video in just a second so you can kind of see what the box looks like, because it tends to come up better on camera if I filmed it separately. But it's like a jewellery box design. It's made out of like a vegan leather. And it's got like, it's like a light blush pink, and it's got stars all the way around apart from on the bottom here. And it's got 2 layers. It's got like a little fabric bit where you can lift it up and it will kind of stand up on its own. And then it's got all the boxes here, and they've all got like little tabs that you kind of lift up. And then you've got each item is in its own like little kind of cloth packaging, which again I'll show you when we get to it. It's then got this bottom drawer that you can pull out. The only thing I don't like about this packaging, I've had this calendar for a while. Like I said, I didn't rush to make the video because I knew it had sold out anyway, and I had others that hadn't sold out, and I thought, well, I'll do those first, things that are still available. This bottom drawer is ridiculously stiff. Like I had to put it down and use 2 hands and I have to wrestle with it. So I don't know if it's the fit when they've designed it or if it's like the fabric that catches, but it's a real pain. So as much as I think the idea with this is to use it as like a jewellery box, and I think you could do that, it doesn't lend itself to it. The packaging isn't that friendly, as beautiful as it is, and it is beautiful. So we're going to unbox it. It's on 2 layers. Instead of keep pulling that drawer out every 5 seconds, which will take an age, I'm just going to kind of set it to one side. So this is what it looks like with that drawer missing. We'll start it off with day number 1. So it has like a little, almost like a box lid. That's what these kind of look like. And you could like pull them up. I mean, if you're using it as a jewellery box, you'd probably remove all the lids and you could see what was in there. Then like a little cloth bag like this. The first item we've got are the Wave Crystal Huggies. These retail at £55. I'll put a little picture on the screen so you can kind of see how they've displayed it. But they are quite a small hoop. That's what they would kind of look like, if you can see that there. I'm not going to put everything in because I just think the video is going to take me about 7 hours. I can tell you these are rhodium plated, recycled sterling silver with cubic zirconia stones. Now, when I first saw that, I thought, why are we rhodium plating silver? I've done some research and apparently it makes it more durable, it makes it last longer, and it's a better option than uncoated sterling silver apparently. Rhodium on silver is a good choice if you're looking for something hypoallergenic that won't cause any skin reactions. It protects your skin from the small amount of nickel that silver has, and it removes the risk of tarnishing. So apparently it's a good thing. The inner diameter of these is 7mm, outer diameter 11mm, the hoop thickness is 1.5mm, and the weight is 1.2 grams. Probably a little bit more information than you actually need, but as soon as I have the info, I just thought I'll tell you more information rather than not enough, if you know what I mean. So that was day number 1. So these are the sort of earrings I would wear. These first 2 hoops I've got on here are from Astrid Miyu. That's actually a piercing I had from Astrid Miyu as well. So like I said, I love their products. Day number 2, another little pouch. These are exclusive to the advent calendar, and these are called crawler star studs. So you would put them through whichever hole you wanted. I've got a few to choose from, but they will look like you've almost got a few earrings in. So they'll have that nice kind of crawler design going up the ear. So similar earrings sold by Astrid and Miyu would be £49. So I'm going to say they're worth around about that amount. Again, recycled sterling silver covered with rhodium. Day 3, and this is our kind of first like big pouch. So today's earrings are a little bit different. So when you've actually got these in your ear, they've got like a post on them like that, and you put them through your ear and also put the back on. These almost give the illusion of having like 2 earrings. So something a little bit different. They do sell these, they retail at £59. They also do them in a slightly smaller version. Again, these are rhodium plated sterling silver. The large hoop outer diameter is 15.5mm, with the smaller one being 11mm. Hoop thickness of 1.9mm, weight of 3.4 grams. But they don't feel super heavy when you've got them in, to be fair. Day 4, and another kind of small one. These are called the Crystal Cluster Huggies, and these are actually very similar to the second one that I wear here, like I said, which is from Astrid and Miyu. Really similar. So these are kind of totally the sort of style I would wear anyway. So these are worth £55. They are rhodium plated recycled sterling silver again, with cubic zirconia stones. Inner diameter of 7mm, outer is 11mm, thickness 2 to 4mm, and a weight of 1.6 gram. So I just really like them. The cubic zirconia, but they do seem to sort of catch the light quite nicely. I love the way they kind of fit in the ear. I've not been describing, oh, do you know what I've realised I've not been doing? A lot of these earrings, certainly the hoop ones I showed before, are like clicker style openings. So when you open them, they're like this, like a hinge. So you put that bit through your ear and then it clips together. But they are very well made. They last, I mean, I've had mine for years. They last a really long time. They seem really good quality, and like they don't seem to sort of tarnish and things. They sort of stay new and fresh and sparkly for as long as you need them to, and they stay in the ear. They don't like, I've had some clicker earrings like this before that come loose, and there's like nothing worse because then you worry about losing them. So yeah, can't say enough good things. I really like this brand and their products, obviously, because I bought this calendar. Day number 5, and another kind of small pouch. So some of the earrings in here you will just get one, because the idea is like an ear stack. It's like having them in like different piercings and that kind of thing. So this is one of those days, and you just get the one earring, which is this little kind of special star shape. It's the Cosmic Star Barbell. Again, exclusive to the calendar, but really similar to others that they do. And this is, again, recycled sterling silver, topped up with rhodium, and they do something really similar on their website, but not this exact one. So it's worth round about £29. Day number 6, and today we've got something different. Today we get this rather lovely ear cuff. So I'm going to put this in so you can kind of see how it goes. So you would put it over the bigger part of your ear and then kind of slide it down like this, and then it looks almost like you've got a pierce in there, but you've not. It's just like clipped on. You can obviously put it wherever it is you wanted. But this is called the Illusion Ear Cuff. Again, recycled sterling silver topped in rhodium, and then the little gemstones on there are cubic zirconia. Like I said, £45. The inner diameter is 9mm, outer diameter is 12mm, thickness of 5.5mm, weight 0.8 gram. Definitely wouldn't feel like you were wearing it. You kind of can forget it's there when it's in. But I actually really like it, and even though I have got quite a lot of piercings, I probably would still use something like this just to add that little bit of an extra. So what I'm looking forward to doing really with this calendar is I need to find a way to kind of display everything so that I can regularly sort of switch up the earrings I'm wearing and just do different ear stacks and stuff like that, because like I said, I've got a few different piercings and things going on in my ears. There are some non-earring items coming as well, in case you're wondering. So day number 7, again, another kind of small pouch. Should mention as well, actually, these pouches are kind of suede-y feeling material, and they've got like a little insert bit like in the middle. So if it was like a necklace or a bracelet, or if you wanted to separate the two earrings so they're not sitting next to each other to kind of store them and things, they've really thought about that when they designed it. So the next one, probably not that exciting. It's just a simple one-off hoop earring. It's not a pair, it is just a one simple clicker hoop. But again, if you've got piercings in different parts of your ear, or you've just got it on one side, this kind of idea works. So it's called the Essential 8mm hoop earring, and they do different sizes. You can get like bigger ones and things. Again, rhodium plated, recycled sterling silver. Quite a small little hoop, but it sits quite nicely there, similar to that second one I've got in terms of the way it sits and the distance from my ear. It's got a diameter of obviously 8mm, outer diameter 11mm, thickness is 1.7mm, and it's a 0.7 gram weight, so really quite lightweight, just a nice simple silver hoop. Day number 8. Now this is something I had actually been eyeing up in the shop. As were quite a few things, but this in particular. I think this is such a cute, clever idea. So it's two little earrings, and they're actually joined together with this little chain. So the idea being you would need to put them in 2 consecutive ear holes, I guess. But I just think this is really cool. It's called the Crystal Chain Huggy. It retails at £59. Again, rhodium plated, recycled sterling silver and cubic zirconia stones. Inner diameter 7mm, outer diameter is 9mm, thickness of 1mm, and the chain length is 30mm, and the weight is 1.1 gram. So I think that's just something a little bit different. Obviously would only work if you want to wear a different style on one ear than the other, and you would have to have 2 piercings for that to work for you. Day number 9, and a different shaped like box and pouch, something a little bit different. So I said it isn't all earrings. So today we actually get a really sweet little bracelet. So you can obviously clip this to whatever length you need. It's got like a little chain, so you could fasten it at different thicknesses, if you know what I mean. And it's got really nice kind of little stones in it going across, and it's also still got that like interesting little star design, which matches that little earring we've got as well. So a lot of the things in here, they have thought about it, it kind of matches together. This particular bracelet is actually exclusive to the calendar, called the Cosmic Star Bracelet, and similar bracelets are £65. Day number 10, another small one. I will put links, by the way, to everything underneath, so if you see something in here and you think, oh, I really like day number 10 or whatever it is, if it's something that's not exclusive to the calendar, I will put a link underneath, and then you can just find it super easy. Because I know myself, I watch videos and I think, oh, that's what I need, and then I go and I'm like, is it this one or is it this one? Because they do sometimes make things that look really similar. So today we get a little pair of super cute drop earrings. So the 2 stones, so they have got just like a little post on the back. Put them in and then just dangle lightly there, and then we have got another one. See, I do like a little bit of a dangle, but I don't like it where it's too dangly and super heavy and, you know, big and out there. That's probably not what I would wear. So these definitely fit more with the sort of style I like. So again, these are exclusive to the calendar. These are called the Double Drop Chain Stud Earrings. Now, I don't know if eventually they might release them individually or whether it will always be exclusive to the calendar, but a similar pair is £59. If I can see similar ones, I'll link them as well. But yeah, I really like these. Day number 11, and another small one. These feel like hoops. These are called Cosmic Star Huggies. So again, these little kind of clicker style hoodies, but they've actually got little cutout bits with teeny tiny little cubic zirconia stars, which I think are super cute. These retail at £55. We have got 2 of them, you know, 1 for each ear. You could, if you wanted, actually reverse them and just wear them completely plain if you wanted to do that one day, switch it up a bit. Again, recycled sterling silver covered with rhodium, cubic zirconia stones, inner diameter of 7mm, outer diameter 11mm. The thickness on these is 2mm, the weight is 0.6 grams. So a tiny bit more thickness, we're only talking a millimetre. But yeah, something a bit different. Again, something that suits me because I love stars, so I would always buy things with stars on. So something I really like. Day 12 is quite a big bag, but they are still earrings, they're just big earrings. So these have got the stones at the front, and then on the inside part where you can see, but the other side is completely silver. So again, you could wear them the other way around if you wanted to. These are not probably something I would go out and buy myself. I'm undecided if I'm going to keep them or pass them on to somebody who it would be more their style. Maybe I just switch up a bit. These are called large iridescent hoop earrings. And this is what they look like. So they're quite big. And these ones have got a thickness of 1.5mm, a diameter of 10mm, which is basically a centimetre. The outer diameter is 16mm. And again, rhodium plated sterling silver with cubic zirconia stones. They retail for around about, I think it's 65 on these. I've written down 65 to 69 and I don't know why that is. So I don't know if there's been a price switch up or what, but I will link them underneath anyway so you can check them out if these are your kind of thing. Day 13 and something a little bit kind of smaller again. So these are actually really similar to what we got in day number 1. So these are the kind of wave earrings again. So these are the wave huggies again, but like I said, the only difference is these haven't got the stones on them, so they're just a plain wave hugget. So again, you can just pop them in and they've just got that slight little bit of a wave to them. Obviously these come in a pair. These retail at £55, rhodium plated recycled sterling silver. The diameter on these is 7mm, the outer diameter 11mm, your thickness is 1.5mm and the weight is 1.2 grams. Day 14, it's something a bit tiny, like it barely feels like there's anything in here, so this might just be one earring. It is very pretty though. It's got these lovely little stones in, and in like a third piercing, I think it would probably sit and look quite nice. This is called the Navette Wave Barbell. It retails at £39, sterling silver and rhodium plating and cubic zirconia. The front design is 7mm by 3mm, the post length is 6mm, and the gauge on this is 1mm. So if you've got lots of piercings, you will probably be aware of what sort of size piercing you've got, or you'll have an idea, or you could even measure earrings you've got. So that's the reason why those kind of measurements become a bit more important on single earrings if you're going to put it in a particular piercing. It does tend to tell you on their website which kind of piercing that particular item is designed for, so it gives you a bit of an idea of which like hole you can put it in if you like. Obviously you can put the earring wherever you want, but it gives you a bit of an idea if you're a little bit unsure, or if you're unsure if it's going to fit and things like that. It gives you a bit of an idea. So day 15, and we've got another quite a large bag. What's this? Okay, so today is the only day you don't actually get jewellery. What you get in here, in this calendar, is a £100 gift card. It is valid in store and online. I've actually already spent mine. So I don't know if you're aware, Astrid and Miyu, they do piercings, they do tattoos, and they also do welded bracelets. So I took myself off to Leeds this weekend and I got myself a welded bracelet. So this is what the welded bracelet looks like. I chose this particular chain here. I'll let you know what it's called, I'll put it underneath. And then I chose this little charm, which is my birthstone, which is moonstone. I have a June birthday, so there you go. So I've been thinking about getting a welded bracelet for a while. It was another reason why I got the calendar, because I knew I was going to get this £100 gift card. If you get the 12-day calendar, which is £290, that has a £50 gift card in. But it can be used online, it can be used in store, although I don't think it can be used on sale. So anyway, so that is what's behind day number 15. So if you got this calendar, you would end up with a £100 gift card to use as well. Day number 16, another tiny one, but it is not earrings. Today we get a ring. Now I really like this ring. The only problem is they don't ask you for your ring size when you order. So there's only really my thumb I can sort of fit this on. It's sort of too big for some fingers, it's too small for other fingers, which is kind of unfortunate. I think I would have got a lot more use and enjoyment out of it if I could have chosen that size. This is called the Orbic Crystal Open Ring. So it does kind of fit on that finger as well, but I wouldn't wear it next to like my other ring and stuff. I'm one of these people, I have certain rings that I just wear all the time. I mean, obviously like my wedding ring and engagement ring and stuff like that. So it limits the other rings I can wear. So I think more than likely this will just be something I'll probably wear like on my thumb on this side. But it is like a cut open ring. So it sits perfectly. It doesn't like feel like it's going to stretch, and it also doesn't feel like one of those rings, you know, you can sort of bend it to size. It's not like that at all. So it is something where you'd have to put it on and leave it where it is. But it's called the Orbic Crystal Open Ring. Obviously if you were to buy this you could choose your size. It's £69, it's got a weight of 3 grams, rhodium plated recycled sterling silver, cubic zirconia stones. I do really like it. Like I said, I just wish it was a different size. To be fair, I haven't actually asked if I could exchange it for a different size. Maybe I can. Maybe I should look into that, but that was the only thing with this calendar. It's literally the only item where that kind of size matters. Day 17, another kind of small one. So when choosing the calendar, there were a couple of kind of personalisation options to it. I'll explain what they are as we go along, so I'm not kind of spoiling it. But for today's item, you got to choose your birthstone. Mine's kind of boring, moonstone, I think, for June. It's like, for me, it's like a cloudy stone, but it is what my birthstone is, and I wanted to wear my actual birthstone, so that's what I've gone with. But there are like prettier colours available if you're born in a different month, or you could just choose whatever month you want. They don't really care if it's your particular birthstone. So you do choose this when you go ahead and order the calendar. So these are mine. They are stud earrings. Like I said, this is moonstone, which is for June. So these are called the birthstone stud earrings. They're rhodium plated, recycled sterling silver, cubic zirconia stones. They retail at £39. I personally think something like this would be a lovely Christmas gift if you know when that person was born. I think it'd be a nice little gift for somebody. The front design is 2.5mm and the post is 11mm, so pretty standard post size. It's just got a traditional earring back on them, but really, really lovely little earrings. Day number 18, another sort of big one, and this is one of my favourite items in here. So I actually have worn this in previous videos because I was being a bit naughty and trying some of them out before I made this video. So you may have seen it already, you may not have done. It's the double link necklace. Now, before I put it on, it has actually got one of those chains where you can wear it shorter, so you could kind of wear it here, or you could wear it longer if you wanted to, depending on what kind of top you're wearing. This top probably doesn't lend itself to it massively, but it gives you a little bit of an idea how it sits. Now, I like, and they've done this, I think I've seen it on their website, where they have this and then they have like a pendant necklace that they wear with it as well, and it all just kind of sits really nicely together. So these are obviously probably twisted now I've done this, they don't feel quite right. So when they are sitting properly, they kind of sit quite close to each other. But they're quite interesting because there's two kind of different designs on the chain parts of them. So this is one that you can buy independently. It's not actually sterling silver, and I don't actually know why that is. I don't know if it's the weight thing and it would kind of cost too much in sterling silver, or what the reasoning behind it is. But this is actually rhodium plated brass. It's called the Duo Chain Necklace. It's £99 to purchase this. The chain length is 38cm and 40cm plus a 5cm extension, so you can play around with those lengths. The chain thickness is 2mm and the weight is 6.5 grams. So it's the heaviest thing in the calendar. It doesn't feel heavy on, it just feels like a really kind of good quality necklace, to be honest with you. So it feels like weighty in the way that it feels like it's good quality, if that makes any sense. It also has a little Astrid and Miyu little tag, which a lot of the bracelets and necklaces and things in here have. But yeah, so I actually really like it. It's the sort of thing I see myself getting wear out of. Before I did order the calendar, I did check, because it did list online like what was in here, so I double checked that before I obviously went ahead and bought it, but definitely something I think I'll get a lot of wear out of. Day number 19, another kind of small one. This is another earring pair, something a little different again. So these are Huggies, but they've got these little drop stars on them. So it is a pair, and they are kind of sparkly at the front with diamantes on, and on the back they're just kind of plain. But again, you would just clip them in like this, and like I said, they come in a pair. These are £59. And again, rhodium plated recycled sterling silver with cubic zirconia stones. In a diameter of 7mm, outer 11mm, hoop thickness 2mm, and the weight is 2 grams on those. So again, just some nice light drops, but not too long, and stars. I love stars. Day 20, another kind of tiny one. Honestly, some of these you think, is there actually something in here? Because I did check it before I filmed the video, like I said, I've been wearing the odd thing out here. And I was like, sometimes I thought, is everything here? It is, it's just super tiny. So this is another kind of single barbell, and I don't know if I mentioned this before, but the barbell, it just means it has a bar and then it has this little ball on the end, so you unscrew that, put it through your ear and screw it back in. These can be quite good for, obviously, for an individual piercing. So this one I'm thinking I might kind of put here, and it's great because the barbell makes it really comfortable. You've not got anything like a post digging in the back of your neck, so you can sleep in them and they're sort of super comfortable and stuff. So this is super tiny. This is where probably putting the picture on the screen is probably quite helpful, so you can see, because it's quite difficult to sort of show on camera. So this is called the Navette barbell. So again, it matches quite nicely with, I think, one of the other pieces that we've got. It's exclusive to the calendar, but a similar piece would be about £35. Day number 21, another kind of long-ish one. So this is actually the bracelet to match that double necklace that we've got. So again, it's got that sort of same style of clasp and extender, and it's got those two different chains together. I have quite small wrists, so these chains and things, the extender chains do become a bit more important, so you can have it the size you need for your wrist, but this is what it looks like. It does kind of obviously move about as you're moving and hang kind of separate, or they end up together, which either way I think it looks quite nice. Again, it's got that little tag on there for the brand, it's got that type of clasp, and it's got that extender, so I've got that on sort of the tightest hole, but you could have it looser if you've got bigger wrists or you want to wear it a little bit looser. I like to wear things quite fitted. So this is called the Duo Chain Bracelet. It retails at £75. It's another one that's rhodium plated brass, which is the same as the necklace, and it's got a weight of 5 grams. The bracelet's 16 centimetres plus 3.5 centimetre extension. The thickness is 2 millimetres and the weight, like I said, is 5 grams. Day number 22. This one is called the Cosmic Star 8mm hoop earring. So similar size to the other 8mm hoop earring, but this one's got that kind of star design. Again, rhodium plated, sterling silver with cubic zirconia stones. This retails at £39. It's got an inner diameter of 8mm, outer is 12mm, and it's got a weight of 0.7 grams. Day number 22. And this is my favourite item in the whole entire calendar. Obviously, like I said, I knew it was in here. It was one of my reasons for buying the calendar, because I wanted to buy this anyway, so I was just so happy it was included. So this is a zodiac pendant necklace. It's in the shape of your constellation. Mine is Gemini, that's what I am, but obviously whatever star sign you are, you would have put that when you ordered the calendar, or if you order this separately. It retails at £99. It's rhodium plated, recycled sterling silver with cubic zirconia stones. Again, it has got a little bit of an extender with like little rings on it, so you can wear it at different lengths. But this I think would be quite nice with the double chain necklace that we've got in the calendar as well. I think together they look really nice. So this weighs 4.8 gram. It kind of sits there. I've got it not on the longest, but the next to longest one. But I think it's really nice. I really like it, and it's a bit personal because it has got the zodiac on there if you're into all that. So this one, the chain is 45 centimeters plus a 5 centimeter extension, thickness of 1mm, pendant size 16mm, pendant thickness 1.4 millimeter, and the weight is 4.8 grams. And finally, day number 24, Christmas Eve, because it's a 24-day calendar. 25 would have just been even better, wouldn't it? So these, we do get 2 of these. But it's like a little hoop with a post on. I've seen a lot more of these earrings about recently. Rather than a full-on hoop, they have a little post on them, and they've got like this iridescent star design, and you just put them through and then put the earring back on. To be fair, these are, out of everything in here, probably the least me, even though they have got the stars on. They're just a little bit kind of chunkier and bigger than I would personally wear. So these I probably would be passing on. They're called the Cosmic Star Dome Hoop Earrings, but I suspect for a lot of people these will be like a real highlight. These are one of the best sellers on the website. They retail at £75. They're rhodium plated brass with cubic zirconia stones. The inner diameter is 10mm, outer is 22mm. The thickness of the hoop is 4.5 millimeters and the weight is 9 grams. So like I said, that was the Astrid and Miyu Silver 24-day calendar for 2022. And to date is the most expensive advent calendar I have ever bought. Hopefully I never go above that amount. But like I said, it was a real considered purchase, and it wasn't just about being an advent calendar, although the icing on the cake is that obviously I'd be able to unbox it with you guys. So I hope you've enjoyed watching the video, even if you're not interested in this as a calendar. Like I said, there are lots of gorgeous pieces in here that you can buy individually. So hopefully, I feel like I've done my best, or as good as I could do today, in terms of trying to show you everything. I've kind of put the video off for a while because I knew it was going to be hard work trying to show everything to you on the screen. Like I said, I toyed with putting everything in my ears, but then I thought, well, that's no good if I'm passing it on. If I'm not going to wear it myself, I'm going to give it to somebody. I don't want to be trying it on. And at the same time, even for things I am keeping, I thought the time it would take to literally put in every single earring, my ears would be going red. It's like, it just wasn't that practical. So hopefully by showing them the way I have and putting the little pictures on the screen, hopefully that at least has been helpful. And like I said, I'll link everything that I can underneath if you are interested in picking anything up. At the time of making the video, there was a pre-Black Friday sale with a specific discount code which I'll pop underneath. So take advantage of that if you're watching the video quite early and you want to pick up some jewellery for yourself or another. But yeah, I do recommend the brand. I really like their products, so there we are. So I really hope you've enjoyed watching this video. I'd love it if you give it a thumbs up. It lets me know you're enjoying the content I'm producing. And I'd love it if you'd subscribe to the channel and click the notification bell to be notified when my next video goes live. Thanks so much for watching. Bye guys.